I go to church, you go to church, 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 church.
What's up, y'all? Welcome back to another episode of BlaspheMass Debate. It's your host, your freaky deacon of the weekend, Cody G. And today we're going to objectively resolve.
It's a beautiful day in this
neighborhood.
If you know like I know, you don't want to step to this.
Rules.
The rhythm is the bass and the bass is the treble.
And regulations. But first off, let's meet our panelists. What's good, Trav?
Evening.
You see how he leaned down? He trying to show off them braids.
Baby, won't you braid my hair?
He got straight up corn rolls. Nigga still get corn rolls.
Nigga got the stitching. That shit. That's the extra $10.
Okay, and then secondly, we got our special guest, straight from the D, stand-up comedian Kevin Johnson.
What's up? What's up?
What's good? And the homie, straight from the D, stand-up comedian Jason Jamerson.
Greetings and what up, though?
What's up, man? All right, on to the first topic. I know we've all been to the club or the bar, you know, got your fresh Jordans on, get to the door, and it's like, you can't get in, bro. So my question is, are dress codes racist? What's your take on this, Trav?
Definitely not. Like, if you compile and tally up all the times a nigga has been stomped out at a venue, has it been with any kind of loafers, or has it been with any kind of, you know, like Chucks or whatever the white people, the Lacoste, or has it been with Timbs? Like, it's certain shoes you go to. If you wear the black forces, you're going to do some shit. If you wear your good stuff, like you're not gonna scrap nobody. And I get that they're trying to make it seem like it's black wear, urban wear that they're banning, but I think it's more so dangerous wear, the wear that you would wear to, you know, fuck somebody up.
I'm gonna have to stop you right there, Trav, because you made this argument very biased. You most definitely gave the white people the most high end of the high end shoes with the Lacoste and Chucks, and gave the black people the lowest of the low with the black forces. I most definitely think it's racist. Because it's not just the shoes that we're talking about here. You telling me I can't walk, if I walk in the club with a t-shirt on, you're gonna tell me, oh no, you gotta have a collared shirt on. I feel like my people have been collared long enough, and I don't need I don't need to wear a collar to walk into this establishment. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm saying.
Sir, your t-shirt's 3 inches too long.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Talk about you can't wear this chain. I've been wearing these chains my whole life. My ancestors were wearing these chains. The only difference is mine are glossy. That's the only difference.
Damn, you killed that.
Yeah, it would be different. It would be different if the rules like banned other races as well. You know what I'm saying? If the stuff that they ban is generally stuff that black people wear. Like you don't see them saying banning like Hawaiian shirts and shit like that old white people wear, because those get drunk and fight too. They get drunk and fight too. Their fights just don't get as much press because they don't know how to fight. Like that's what it is.
No sandals, no sandals. Sir.
No, but if I feel like if somebody this like school shooter get up would probably be banned too. It's like it's not just black wear. It's black wear. It's black fighting wear that's banned. Like what's some expensive black wear that's banned?
I disagree, because the school shooter, when he wear it in the club, they call it goth. So I feel like they just call that goth clothing, and you just carry some glow sticks and it's permissible.
No, you can't wear no goth. I'm trying to think of what school shooters wear, but okay, no.
They typically wear a trench coat and some high boots. They walk in like they coming from the Matrix.
Trench coats are never banned at the club. Only hoodies.
What's some expensive stuff that's black expensive stuff that's banned? Because all the stuff is stuff like
I've never been to a club that said no Buffies. Never been to a club.
Right.
Most of them in there are fake anyway, so they're not gonna ever ban Buffies.
I be in there with my buffs. I be leaning on the wall.
I don't know those are buffs.
He lean back.
I be on the wall and shit.
You'll be able to get in with those. That's fine.
Those ain't buffs. Those are enough.
These Cartiers.
I've seen enough of them.
What a why?
Black-owned bars be having dress codes too. Black-owned or like the old grown and sexy 45 and up, they have dress codes too. So we talking about dress codes in general. Like it's not just them who have dress codes against us. So you just talking about dress codes. Schools have dress codes.
A certain crowd, even then,
schools have dress codes.
It's basically the same type of.
I used to wear a uniform. Is that a uniform?
There used to
dress
be
code?
girls in booty shorts in my school.
I'll say this though, their dress code, you know, most black people's dress code is at the bar. What it says on the door, it says dress to impress. It don't necessarily say what not to wear. It just say dress to impress. So if my finest just so happens to be a freaking platinum FUBU velour suit with Fat Albert on the back of it and some black forces, I'm dressing to impress somebody. They ain't say who I had to impress.
I think it's just to maintain a normal-ish society. Like every store has no shoes, no shirt, no service. That's a dress code. It's just saying you gotta, wear a certain thing. And it's like they tallied all these things, all the niggas that wearing Timbs, and they're more likely to stomp somebody if they got Timbs. They're more likely to shoot somebody if they got black forces. So that's just two of the things. But like,
dress code. Where's the stats on that? Like, what do you get that stat at? That's the problem. That's
all the means with black forces means robbery.
Yeah, that means
Not
you're a killer,
in the club,
son.
though.
You're a criminal.
Black means ain't true. Otherwise, Stevie Wonder can see. You know what I'm saying? It's just
Stevie Wonder can see. Stevie Wonder can definitely see. It was
you don't have the
all
proof.
these years he been lying.
Don't have the proof.
Somebody tossed him something. He like moved out the way of car. It's definitely a clip.
Man, you dripped that shit, bro. No, you dripped that shit.
Bro, blind
like,
people's other
like,
senses increase.
Sinbad doing Kazam. That didn't happen.
Shout out to Sinbad, straight from Ben Harbor. That's why I stay. All right, so we're gonna get to the final word. And Kevin, man, what's your final word on this topic, man?
Look here, man. Look, it is only racist because there are people who fight in all different type of races. You know what I'm saying? There are Asians who fight Asians, whites who fight whites, blacks who fight blacks. So black people aren't going over to white bars to fight white people. That's not what we do. So when you have these dress codes that do exclude us, y'all changing the rules, man. And white people always change the rule. Y'all should not be able to get into a clan with hoods on, and I can get into a club with hoodies.
Solid final word from your man, Kevin. And Trav, you look flustered, man. What's your final word, bro?
Yeah, I think the question, first of all, was our dress codes racist? I feel like we took it to the club environment, but I think it's just a normal society thing. No shoot, no shirt, no service. You can't have people walking around in any kind of way. Like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not about to wear a football uniform to go to, a bar. You're going to look out of place. You're going to look dangerous if you wear certain shit. You know what I'm saying? So, no, I think some kind of dress code needs to be at every different place. I don't think their intent is keeping black people out. If they wanted to keep black people out, they would probably just tell the bouncer not let black people in and make up a lie. If you go to the racist places, like, you get in the bar and they just give you the eye. Like, we don't want you in here, clearly. But they're not saying get out most of the times. But, yeah, no, I think that's just a facade you guys made up in your head. Final word.
All right. And Jason, man, what's your final word, man?
It's most definitely racist. If you look at most dress codes to most establishments, not just the no shoes, no shirt, no service. That's the blanket one for everybody because it is what it is. But the ones that have specific rules are typically saying black people cannot come here. You can't wear especially when they don't even know what a do-rag is, but they'll say you can't wear no head scarves, no wraps, no hoodies, no hats, no jerseys. Like they watched the tip drill video and said whatever you're wearing in that, you can't wear it here. No wristbands or headbands, no band-aids under your eye.
No hair that's not yours.
Yeah.
Oh, if they say that.
Only real hair. Only real hair.
They say no hair that's not yours.
Hold on. Let me see.
I feel kind of fly.
Now that's a lace front. Push her to the back.
Right.
But there ain't never no bands on the John Deere caps. Them motherfuckers is dangerous.
3 episodes now he's put that on. He doesn't know how to rap it. I've never seen him rap that bitch. He always puts it on, and I've seen him a couple times. And then he'll get fresher and he'll just let them dangle.
No, that's made up.
So after listening to these final words, it seems dress codes are racist. And the round goes to your boy, Jason Jamerson.
That's racist.
He tore it up. He had that whole collar and chain joke in the pocket. Oh, I mean, it really ain't a joke, but I mean, the pun was intended.
It was powerful.
Very powerful.
That came from the heart.
Very powerful.
Came from the soul.
I could hear my ancestors in the background. All right, so on to the second topic. Everybody in the 90s grew up to, Snoop. Who don't remember that shit? But before we get into the next round, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment below. And don't forget to follow us on these platforms. Guys watching. But then you also got who else? Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. Man, Mr. Rogers was a pimp, I'm telling you. But my question is, who's better? Snoop Dogg or Mr. Rogers? What's your take on this, Jason?
Well, first and foremost, I'd like to point out the fact that, to my knowledge, Mr. Rogers has never won a Grammy. Mr. Rogers has also never collaborated with Dr. Dre, one of the greatest producers of all time. If he did, my stance may be a little different. But because he did not, Snoop Dogg has done things that nobody else in the world. Snoop Dogg may be one of the most well-known entertainers on the planet.
Preach.
He's also one of the only rappers who got banned from an entire country back in the 90s, or maybe early 2000s. One of those two.
Where?
Norway.
So he's done it all, good and bad, you know. And I feel like, although Mr. Rogers, you know, he did what he did, you know what I'm saying? He got on public television and whatnot, and got the funding, and he was talking to the kids and whatnot. But as a child, I related more to the song G's and Hustlers than I did any song on Mr. Rogers. It also bothered me that he had a neighbor named Mr. McFeely, and he with a bunch of puppets. Them puppets was weird looking. They were greasy in the face, and it
was from his hood.
They was weird.
It's weird.
I didn't mess with them puppets.
It was giving a little pedophilia vibe.
Yeah, those weren't the Muppets that I know and love off Sesame Street.
You can't spell pedophilia without feeling. I mean, I think this comparison is crazy to even make this comparison. Like, if you talk about relevance of just people, like Snoop Dogg been one of the most relevant motherfuckers, period. Like, comparing to like Beyonce, Jay-Z, and like in terms of longevity, that nigga been famous forever. And like, he makes the kids like him. He was collab with Katy Perry and all them. Mr. Rogers had like a small window, and his fans didn't grow up. He didn't get the new fans. Like, Tom Hanks tried to play him, but kids nowadays don't give a fuck about that. They're on to the next shit. Snoop Dogg captures every generation, and he ain't on the level. You know what I'm saying? He trash.
Let me ask you something. What have you actually learned from Snoop Dogg? Not a damn thing. Not a damn thing, exactly. You have to think about it, and nothing came to
When
mind.
and where to drop it like it's hot.
People learned gin and juice was a good mixed drink.
You drop it like it's hot when the pimps are in the crib.
And you didn't learn that till like the late, that was like 2000.
When the pigs try to get at you, when a nigga gets an attitude. All those scenarios is when you drop it like it's hot.
Man, that was a long time. So he wasn't relevant during the 90s at all.
What did Mr. Rogers
furthermore, to Jason Jameson's point, Snoop Dogg hasn't won the Grammy.
Damn.
So, has he not?
You sure about that?
Yeah. I'm absolutely sure. When you said that, I was like, he passed Snoop.
Well, let me Google this. I think Mr. Rogers got some kind of award, man.
He got Emmys and
one of those lifetime. But okay, he might have one of those lifetime white.
He was tussling against Sesame Street, you know, the biggest tyrants on the block, on the educational block.
Keep looking. Mr. Rogers has gotten funding for kids and helped the hood. When does Snoop Dogg put on for the hood outside his football league, bro?
If he had a Grammy, you definitely got to dock points off of Kevin.
He ain't got no Grammy. That's why he's looking so long.
All right. I would digress on the Grammys. However, does Mr. Rogers have an MTV Video Music Award? Does he have a Billboard Music Award?
Has he even met
Snoop Dogg? Lucky that Mr. Rogers never went into the music business, because he might have.
Because he did go to the music business, and he had these trashy songs.
I bet you can sing all the words to his theme song. You can sing all the words.
Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood.
He probably didn't even write that
G's and Hustlers. If you put G's and Hustlers over his voice of the Mr. Rogers at the beginning of that for the theme song, it would have been a much better show.
This is for the G's and this is for the hustlers. This is for the hustlers. Now back to the G's.
And furthermore,
Snoop Dogg teaches kids bad grammar. All right, you should never use "izzle" at the end of any word.
He teaches kids ebonics is okay. What's good grammar?
Snoop Dogg did not teach them that. That was on
That's
the double
bullshit.
Dutch bus.
Okay,
that was on the double Dutch bus first. Let's get it right. All right, the double Dutch bus did that first.
Oh, so you mean the guy who you say is the best bite somebody else style?
Oh shit.
No, he improved it and perfected it.
Oh, all right, man.
Language is fluid at the end of the day. Like you need to talk to like Mother English's version and all that cherry out. Like, is that the correct way of talking? You know what I'm saying? When we came to America, we switched it up. And then, what up for shizzle, my nizzle, all that. Like, that's just where it went. Mr. Rogers could never teach a way of conjugating words. Mr. Rogers could never come up with a way to conjugate.
All right, so Mr. Rogers got the Peabody Award, the Presidential Medal of Freedom.
All this stuff sounds a little bit
outstanding performance.
Feely, Peabody.
Mr. Rogers also had some of the weakest sweaters in his collection.
He bodied television, bro, for 10 years. He Peabody television.
Man, come on, bro.
Mr. Rogers had some of the weakest sweaters of
and
all
a cardigan sweater, too.
Them cardigans were trash.
Swag in a cardigan sweater, bro.
Do you remember anything from that show?
Snoop Dogg's so confused with what he want to do. He put out a reggae album, man, and then a Christian album. Like, what is
He's not confused. He's just that good. He can do it all.
Mr. Rogers is one-dimensional.
Hey, what's that one song he got on that Christian album, Jason?
That one song he got with Rance Allen?
That should probably slap.
I listened to the album. Don't try to be.
What's one notable memory from Mr. Rogers other than the theme song? That you like, what can you pull from memory of just?
There was kids. There was tons of kids.
From you, nigga.
The train will go through and give you little adventures, bro, in a whole nother world. Then you see the king come out, and I was a racist king though, because there wasn't no black people in that.
You see?
Yeah, but he still talked about friendship. He talked about friendship.
Yeah, that was the producer's fault. The no black thing.
I don't smoke weed, but I'm pretty sure Mr. Rogers would be a lot better if you were high. Which Snoop Dogg makes wonderful music to get high to.
Exactly, and Mr. Rogers is that nigga one-dimensional. Snoop Dogg acting, rapping, all that, and then he went reggae. What's the movie with Denzel Washington? He's in the wheelchair.
Snoop Dogg
plays himself.
He was in Training Day in a wheelchair. His legs work.
Mr. Rogers could never be in Training Day in a wheelchair.
He was Snoop Dogg in a wheelchair.
Mr. Rogers could never. Mr. Rogers could never.
First off, and all of us is old too. You know what I'm saying? We all older fellas. Putting on shoes and being able to entertain, switch shoes, that's difficult.
Mr. Rogers taught me how to tie my shoes, matter of fact.
Come on, man. He got home, talked to the crowds, changed his shirt off, and then put on his house shoes perfectly.
Hey, he did too.
And you didn't miss a beat.
Mr. Rogers taught me where I did not want to live.
He got comfortable every episode.
That set probably smelled like Fix-A-Dent and racism. That's what it probably smelled like on that set.
Smell like a retirement home and shit.
Fix-A-Dent and leather for whatever reason. I don't know why. It just
and look, and furthermore, like you can't really believe in Snoop Dogg's legitimacy because he never went to jail. Martha Stewart went to jail. She was the thug of their show.
That's because he had a good lawyer.
Mr. Rogers never even met Martha Stewart.
You make listen to a poser, basically.
You can't be mad because Snoop had a good lawyer.
You listen to a poser, basically. That's what you do. You getting all your gangster from a poser, bro.
He's a poser because he had a good lawyer.
Yeah, remember after she went to jail, she started showing you like Martha Stewart started showing y'all like jail recipes and shit. Like,
come on, bro. Martha Stewart had to cook up with ramen, son.
We're gonna get to the final word here, and Trav, man, what's your final word?
Yeah, I'm like if he's talking about posers, like at least Snoop, like he's not acting like Snoop is just Snoop, like in every situation, like he's like America's uncle and whatnot. But Mr. Rogers, that was definitely him acting, like it's like a Pee Wee Herman thing. Like, who's the real you? Are you really a go to the movie theater and do weird shit? And I don't know if it was like some kids thing or something like that. Like, but that's not really you in real life. Nobody knows Mr. Rogers in real life. And people who do stuff like that are usually, you know what I'm saying, a little Mr. McFeely, if you will, Mr. McPedophilia. So, I mean, I'm not going to make any accusations, but I know Snoop Dogg is probably less likely to be a pedophile than the latter. Final word.
That's your argument?
Also, he's black and Juneteenth is coming up. Final word.
All right, and Jason, man, what's your final word, man? Eat it up.
Personally, I don't trust anybody who is that happy all the time. Except for Bob Ross. He is the only person that I will accept that happiness from.
Painting makes me feel really good. Blue and yellow doesn't always make green. So Mona Lisa would never bust that thing open for a real nigga.
I take Bob Ross. This isn't the question, but I take Bob Ross over Mr. Rogers.
I think they were like friends. I think they were friends.
They're cousins.
They not cousins.
They were.
You don't know that. You don't know that.
Don't you dare lie on Robert like that.
His real name's Bob Rogers.
First of all, Mr. Bob Ross's cousin was Rick Ross.
This guy's a painter. His real name's Clarence.
Telling the fro. Telling the fro. Bob Ross's cousin is Rick Ross. It's Freeway Bob Ross. Is his nickname.
Freeway Rick Ross.
Why you think he painting trees all the time? That's what he was moving. But no, I don't trust nobody who's that happy all the time. And then also Snoop Dogg made "Let's Get Blown."
Come on, girl, let's chill.
That song is fantastic. And it's one of the greatest songs of our generation. So
What?
If not the.
if not the,
If not the.
let's get it on. But Pharrell knew that horrible falsetto. Once Pharrell hit that falsetto, it's game over.
Very solid point by your man Jason and Kevin. Man, what's your final word?
You know what? If Mr. Rogers was here, may he rest in peace. You know, he would say that this is about togetherness. You know what I'm saying? We should work together and just put together a quality show so we can make the people happy. Now, if Snoop Dogg was here, he would probably say, "My rizzle for sizzle, kizzle." And the pizzle, dizzle, fizzle, fizzle, whizzle, pizzle. Look how confused you are. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no button on this, man. You need some clarity. You can't just have a weed head motherfucker just, come on, dog. And now his dreads, he getting to that part where his dreads is getting dirty, man. Look, we need to send some help for Snoop, all right?
Y'all just not woke enough to understand what he's saying.
Why is Mr. Rogers' impression sound like Martin Luther King though?
I just have the Martin Luther King speech. The only time.
And then Mr. Rogers said, "You kids now, make sure that you." That nigga did not sound like Mr. Rogers.
All right, okay. So after listening to these final words, it seems the one that was better. This is a tough one. I know I'm gonna need a drum roll. It's not
Travis!
nigga.
Oh, is that you can't hear it? Just nigga, just say me.
Hit that again. Hit that again. No, I need a drum roll.
Drum there?
I need a goddamn
It's
drum
the
roll.
electric.
All right. Thanks for wasting your energy, but it seems the one that's better is Mr. Rogers. And the round goes to your man, Kevin Johnson.
All wrong.
Thanks
You're
for
all
wasting
wrong.
me.
You gave Snoop a fake Grammy, bro. Shut up. He was a terrible artist.
Tell you, Mr. Rogers came out the gate. They gonna think I won a Peabody.
They gon' think I won a Grammy.
I got mixed up. It was a Billboard award. All right.
They gon' think I won a Grammy.
They gonna think I won a Peabody.
He had so many accolades. You know,
Yeah.
it just got lost in the sauce.
I know. I was looking at Mr. Rogers.
It's the Nicki Minaj paradigm. Like how she ain't catch one. Yeah.
I was looking at Mr.
I
Rogers.
thought California
man,
Girls
he
would
got
have won
the
one or
list.
some shit. One of the collabs.
Right.
Hey, Snoop been out for a minute. Ain't won no Grammy.
That's racist.
Yeah,
as hell.
40 years.
That's
No
racist.
Grammy.
That's racist. That's racist.
That's why people just neglected the Grammys now. I mean, it's
Yeah, man.
not
The
the
last
same no
meal
more.
at least should have won a Grammy or something.
on to the third topic. So I know a lot of people don't want to join the military, but you can get the same discounts if you work as a security guard.
Yo, the world, Craig.
I don't know if people knew that, but my question is, if you're a security guard and you get that ass whooped,
To take you through the South to show you how we throw them bows.
I'm talking beat down, stomp.
I hear him talking, but he about to get that ass stomped. Start no stop, what be no stop. Hey, start no stop, what be no stop.
Should you have to get a pay cut? What's your take on this, Kev?
As someone who has done security, you know what I'm saying? Your job is to be the regulator. You know what I mean? You gotta be the one who hands out the whoopings and keeps the peace. Because in other words, it's straight calamity. You know what I'm saying? If you get knocked out, that gives permission for
Who's gonna
that
stop him?
dude to knock out somebody else. You know what I mean? You can't do that, man. That's your job. You got one job. That's about somebody.
I would 100% disagree. I think if anything, if you get your ass beat, you should maybe get a pay increase. You know what I'm saying? Because a lot of times, if you're the security guard, Friday after next, top fight of the world.
Yo, the world, Craig.
He got an ass whoop, and sometimes like it could be like a UFC nigga, and you're going into this knowing you about to lose, but then you still do it to try and protect your people. Like it's I'm gonna protect no matter what, even if I'm gonna lose. So I'd say you should get more money for taking an ass whooping. because you're going into a losing battle, and you're still doing it, and you're coming back for more. You know what I'm saying?
First of all, I would like to say security guards are not superheroes. So protecting your people, forget all that. At the end of the day, I got my own house to go home to. So with that being said, I don't believe they should take a pay cut. I believe they should get fired. Not only did they lose the fight, they lost my respect.
Get your workman's comp and get the fuck out.
Get out of here. Because if I come back to the club next week and you're there again, I'm not listening to nothing. I'm wearing these shoes into the club.
Right.
That dress code does not apply no more.
That's like if you call the cops come and like, you know, Freddy Krueger's there or whoever, fucking Michael Myers come and kill him. I mean, who gonna stop Michael Myers if the cops couldn't stop him?
Exactly. So if it's one beast ass nigga you run into, but if it's one Bruce Lee ass nigga who could beat up five people at a time, if it's all y'all, like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
Fletcher gave the security guard a fade, I mean, who gonna stop him? You know?
That's what I'm saying. Yeah. So yeah, if the nigga's huge, if somebody's huge, you still.
All right.
Listen,
guess what? You just don't get paid as much. Cause I need $1,000 nigga who can knock out Bruce Lee. So you're gonna be an $800 nigga, and that's cool. All right, you gonna be an $800 dude.
Matter of fact, I'm gonna fire you and hire the dude who knocked you out. How about that? you just anointed your replacement just did.
You come back to get your job next week, and he at the door. Like,
is it cool if he runs instead? If it knows it's a losing battle to just dip? Is that better than leaving, or is that the same thing? So you have to stand your ground and win every time.
That's changing the meaning of bouncing. That's changing the meaning of bouncing completely.
I'm gonna give the security the benefit of the doubt and have him believe that, because nobody knows you're a UFC person at the gate. You can't just look at somebody from walking in. Like, I can tell by his jeans.
They know by the shirt. They got the DC brand or whatever. They got brands they wear. It's specific shit. UFC niggas dress a certain way.
Random white people wear them brands too.
True.
So just because.
But not with muscles.
They just do.
Shot, he's got guests on.
But 9 times out of 10,
he does karate.
9 times out of 10, that security guard is much larger than whoever's about to come in there. And if not, then that security guard should not be at that post. Like I said, if he get knocked out, he either needs to get a pay cut. Really, he needs to get fired. Now, if he loses a fight, if he get moved around a little bit, pay cut. If he gets knocked out,
moving around a little bit.
Maybe we got to review the tape, because it could have just been a lucky punch or some shit like that. And I want to give him another trial. You shouldn't be just fired, Jason Cole.
Sound like Kev backtracking. Sound like he's backtracking on his point.
Pay cut.
No.
Right.
No. It sounded like a backtracking to me.
What about if it was like a close fight though? What if it was a close fight?
But we said it. If you get
supposed to be fighting nobody, either you wrecking them or you throwing them out. That's how that's supposed to be. It ain't supposed to be a fight. You ain't supposed to square up with nobody at security.
What if they get jumped?
That's why they generally pick big dudes, because he's supposed to be a deterrent. Like you're not supposed to want to fight me. You know what I'm saying? You come to the club, you supposed to see me there. You like, all right, I'm gonna think about being an asshole. But if I get my ass whipped, everybody in there gonna be like, "Oh, Kev, a bitch. We gonna jump him," and we just rush in the club.
And to answer your question, Cody, if you get jumped, you really aren't doing your job right. How do you not know to protect yourself from multiple people?
So you gotta whoop all of them.
You getting jumped. You don't see them coming. Your job is to make sure you see stuff like this. You don't see them coming towards you. You're just bad at your job and deserve to be fired at that point.
I think that's unrealistic. I think there's nobody who's just unbeatable. When you get in the ring, even like it's one punch could knock you out. Somebody could be acting calm and then they could just karate chop you and you out, and then they could continue punching you. I would still consider that whooping your ass. and then you just got snuck off the first one, and now you're knocked out. Now you're getting your ass beat.
How many times have you seen somebody karate chop?
It happens more often than you think. Cause just like
what kind of vague statement is that? It happens.
I see it too.
It happens a lot. It does happen a lot.
Believe it or not, more than you think. I see it 2 times on my walk.
I was at Walmart today. And this woman and her 3 kids cut me. They cut my ass.
I started with the youngest kid. I started with the youngest child.
Yeah, I made her
work my way up.
I laid them all over there on the self checkout.
I see it all the time.
Like, okay, if you're at a regular job, you got the PPE, whatever, and you got areas, whatever. If you go on the ladder and then fall, you gonna be like,
in my back.
or there's a slippery wet spot, I'm a sue.
Your punk ass up. It ain't even wet over here.
I'm gonna get money off the job. So I like, you know what I'm saying? If you get hurt on the job, it's on the job to make you more money. Like, think of it as you're the security guard. You know what I'm saying? I'm doing this hard ass shit. And now I'm like, would you want, if it's you getting fucked up, you'd want to lose the money because your pride or whatever?
The security whole job is to be able to spot that before it even happens.
If you're the security guard, you cool with losing money? Because like I dishonored my.
I'm not coming back there after I got knocked out.
So Trav,
crazy. I'm moving. I'm in Arizona tomorrow.
All right, them niggas is real.
I'm gonna take up painting.
No security job I can't hide from at that point.
Take up.
I'm going back to work after that.
I'm about to be
with a big ass knot on my head. Hell no.
I'm going back tomorrow night with a bag of peas on my forehead. You crazy?
He gonna be one of those memes where it says like make a different joke that says not in it.
Right.
I'm not coming back.
I'm in Arizona at that point. So
Trav, you saying if you get your ass whooped brutally, you should become what, like security manager or something?
Not a manager. I think you should have the same job, but I think you should get a little bit of bump. Like you should get like a bonus for that. For, you know, I put my life on the line for your job. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Some steroids.
I've risked my life for y'all. You know what I'm saying? And most security guards don't be like don't be trained fighters. They just be big motherfuckers. Big motherfuckers can get their ass beat by trained fighters. You know what I'm saying?
If I hire you to do a computer job and then you can't do the computer job, ain't no fucking paying you more.
If I get carpal tunnel.
I said do the computer job. Oh,
I
know you talking about Excel.
How many trained fighters are going into the club to party in the first place?
More than you think, believe it or
not.
That's their favorite place to go. John Jones be like, wait, we about to hit the club? John Jones can't wait to test the security guard.
Why don't you come over to Club Echelon, Anderson?
Believe it or not, a lot more than one might.
Man, I would fucking dress to where they wouldn't let me in anyway. Sorry, man, you can't get in, man. You got them tattered jeans on. Be like, these hands are licensed. These hands are licensed.
You see these tattered hands?
Don't push me, bro. Don't push me, bro. Look at my knuckles.
Chop your ass in the neck.
Man, their hands are pretty rough.
These hands are poetic and they trying to write the next stanza.
I karate chop a nigga one time a week.
Hold on.
And it's Sunday. I haven't done it.
You gotta get the national numbers.
It's Sunday. I ain't do it yet this week.
Kev, you ever had to do it? Kev, you ever had to do that? Like when they look like they can fight, do you ever like check their hands for calluses?
No.
Like you pat them down and then be like, let me see your hands. Open your palms.
No, man.
You good.
There's a couple times.
Oh, he was wearing a jersey. It don't matter, man. You didn't see his hands, bro. I was right there.
I haven't had any problems, man. Like I say, I mean, your job is to deter. So I mean, as long as you got that going, you can squash that shit before it really happens as a good bouncer, you know.
So like when you see a nigga that look like they do you like ever like try to like buck up on their ass? Like you try to look bigger?
You got to, because hey, look, a lot of niggas
is it like a bear? Like do you like spread your arms?
Deep breaths, you know what I'm saying? All right, man, what's up, bro? As deep as your voice can get. What's up, nigga?
like a lion, like you see a lion.
Last question. I was curious. Are weapons for security guards a thing? Like, do you guys carry around some pepper spray or something?
Yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna tell no stories on here, but my homeboy, he had the police baton and wow.
But I ain't gonna tell the story though. But here goes the story.
Yeah, it was like, man, let me tell you anyway.
I ain't gonna tell you about the story. But my homeboy used to do some brutal shit.
That nigga had it. Was
even more.
I ain't gonna tell you his name, but Jeffrey Tompkins. He's on Facebook. Look him up. He's the one with his profile picture. You got a dog.
Bury the body. He has to bury the body.
Hold on. You want his IG? Hold on. Let me look.
I'm pretty sure he's still wanted.
I'm gonna call him right now so he can tell y'all. Hold on real quick.
You still wanted, bro? You still wanted?
You still over there on 514 all clear?
For that murder one.
Avenue, right? We're gonna get to the final word here, and Jason, man, what's your final word, man?
Oh, they most definitely got to either. If it was me, I'm quitting. First of all, so I'm not about to get knocked out and showing back up to work the same day. If you at the door, you get knocked out, you are now standing by the stage. And if you get knocked out by the stage, you're now standing by the bar. And soon you're gonna be the person, just the bathroom attendant, selling condoms and candy to everybody who goes into the bathroom, because you're not about to work the same post if you get knocked out.
Right, you get demoted.
That's a hard ass demotion.
Asking if they want to spray like $5 for some cologne. You know what I'm saying? And then after that, you fired. Like slowly but surely, you're making your way out the door. but there's no way in the world you get knocked out and as a security guard and coming, especially with a weapon too. If you allowed to carry a weapon, you've lost your job and my respect. So your
dignity.
Kev, man, what's your final word, bro?
Man, final word, man. Look here. If you was protecting me, and if 4 people came up and you would all 4 their ass, I promise you, I would have no problem. Hey, look, bro, this is extra 200. Because you kept me from getting my chain taken and being on World Star. You know what I'm saying? That's well worth it. But if you get your ass whipped by one guy, I can't give you that same amount, man. I paid for $1,000 protection. I don't need no $832 protection. That ain't the same. So, yeah, you gonna have to work your way back up, lay up. That's my final word.
You gotta have a percentage rate. Like, okay, so you 66% successful. It says right here.
Yeah, what's your record, man? Like, I gotta know your record. Like,
right.
And did you get dropped in the first 30 seconds? Oh, that's a big drop. You go from 1,000 to 500, baby. Right. You got dropped in the first 30 seconds.
Show me the Carfax.
You calling references from high school too? Like, you ain't have hands in high school neither.
How many fights have you won? How many fights have you been in?
Right.
12. How many have you won?
I'm calling the lunch lady from high school. Yeah, he said he had the first lunch in high school. He said he won a fight. How many punches thrown? How many landed?
Principal Ratsford. Yes. This fight back 10 years back. Who won that?
It says he got expelled for fighting. Did he win or lose?
Did he get the better of you?
Oh, he lost. He lost.
No further questions.
He was the clear loser. Okay, no further questions.
We'll be in touch. We'll be in touch with you. We'll be in.
That phone call to tell them they didn't get the job would be hilarious, though. Yeah, we just decided we were gonna go a different direction. Like, what should be a different direction? There's one direction in security. Hey, who are you? What you about to get? Like, yeah, we figured you're just not made of the stuff that we need here.
You're not a bitch.
Testicular fortitude.
We're looking for someone who isn't a bitch. And, we'll be in touch. We'll be in touch.
We'll be in touch. We do need bathroom attendants though. If you like to sell condoms and candy.
And Travis, man, what's your final word, man?
If you see like the cauliflower ears or some shit like that, like that's obviously a tell. You know what I'm saying? So don't go after them. But I feel like to even be able to get your ass beat, as we said, as a bouncer, it's usually 4 or 5 of y'all. So it has to be something quick, like a quick move. And you know what I'm saying? The karate chop happens more often than you think. So if you do get karate chopped in the neck and then you fall down and then he continues to fuck you up, you know what I'm saying? It's before the other bouncers could come through because he's probably a ninja. So if that happens to you, then you know what I'm saying? That's beyond your control. You should get more money for that. And you know, that's my final word. Ninjas are out here.
Yeah, all right. If he fights John Wick, I'll let him slide. All right. That's outside of that.
The camera's not. It's not even gonna show up on camera. It's gonna. He's gonna just look like this the whole time. And the guy's just gonna hit the ground.
I just felt like somebody tried Kev, bro. Like they punched him a couple times. He just looked at him like, nigga.
Power bomb. Complimented Captain Insano.
Just slam their ass. You know what I'm saying?
I feel like Kev threw somebody over a bar before.
You know, he hung somebody over the balcony. Where is he?
Straight big red.
Big red, baby.
Give me a name. Give me a name.
Nigga, did you just say
Give me a name?
Give me a name.
What kind of information were you trying to get? Who did it, Kev?
Not a bouncer no more. This is my mobster. It's switched from bouncer to mobster.
Give me a name. Mr. McFeely. Okay, it's Mr. McFeely.
Mr. McFeely.
Just throw it out there and shit. Please, just stop. Let go. No.
I can tell you he's definitely within the neighborhood.
All right, okay. So after listening to this final words, it seems if you're a security guard and you get your ass whooped, I'm talking thrashed, flogged, should you have to get a pay cut? Yes. And the round goes to your man, Kevin Jamerson.
Oh my God.
I think Kevin just got that because he used to be a security guard.
Yeah, that's security guard is. That's security guard is.
Information.
That inside information.
All right, so Thanks for being on the show, Kevin. Thanks for being on the show, Jason. Kevin, you're the winner of this episode of BlaspheMass Debate, man. What you want to tell the viewers, man? Go for it.
Yeah, man. Just make sure you follow me and not Jason on all social media platforms. It's Kev, ITSKEEVVV. I will be at the Detroit Shipping Company on Sunday. I don't know. Oh, when you airing this?
This probably not come out.
No, and Trav probably like fucking August.
No, it's gonna probably like 2 weeks. Probably like 2 weeks.
September.
Oh, man, never mind, because I'll be doing them shows on it, man. Yeah, so just continue to follow me on all social media platforms. Once again, you don't need to follow Jason at all. All right.
Matter of fact, all his viewers come to my side. All his followers.
Right.
If you don't want a nigga,
just in the podcast right now. Let's just
he like if you want a real man.
If you don't want somebody working out in all the videos, dancing, come to Kevin G.
He's like, if you want to be more
training,
entertained,
moving ropes in the videos, flipping tires,
giving you encouraging words all through your video.
Plug yesterday, tonight, or last week, this week.
It's time for Next Week Tonight with host Jason Jamerson and host Kevin Johnson.
I am flyer than the best of them and fresher than the rest of them.
Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., icon, or fraud. This is Next Week Tonight.
Oh, Next Week Tonight, yeah. Me and Next Week Tonight, me and Jason getting back to that, our news show. If you like Weekend Update, it's just got like that. But we make crazy predictions that sometimes come true.
Call me now for your free reading.
For the future. So, man, just check us out, man.
all right, that's what's up. And Jason, man, you want to add to that?
Yeah. Well, first of all, like Kev said, you don't need to follow me, but trust me, you want to. You can find me at the Jason Experience. That's Experience with just an X at the beginning on all social media platforms.
Experience.
The Jason Experience. You know, just the way it's spelled on the hoodie. The Jason Experience. You can catch all the old episodes of Next Week Tonight already on the Next Week Tonight page. Some of them are actually on my Facebook page, and then also the Jason Jamerson podcast every Monday night at 8 p.m.
All right, that's what's
The Weekend Update, but good, but better. Makes the Weekend Update look like fucking,
tonight, you know,
make it look like
predictions that came true. Yeah. So we're basically clairvoyants out
the
here.
new what's the Paul Mooney on Chappelle show? What was that? Ask two black
Negro Diamond.
Yeah,
we
black dude.
Diamond.
Negro Dime. What's the plural? Negro Dime. Negro Dime. Mrs.
Yeah. What to do with that?
Right.
All right, so for this episode of BlaspheMass Debate, what we have learned is dress codes are definitely racist as hell. Mr. Rogers is better than Snoop Dogg. And lastly,
Mr. Rogers is better than Snoop Dogg.
What is he better at? I'm not over this.
And lastly, if you're security,
being a person,
we need bonus footage of this one.
And lastly, if you're a security guard and you get your ass thrashed, you should definitely get a pay cut. And as your freaky deacon of the weekend always says, amen. Amen.
Yo, BMD family. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. Tell us what you think below. Do you agree or disagree with the resolutions? Let us know in the comments. Keep up with us on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, Spotify, Twitter, Apple, Google, and Amazon Audible Podcasts, iHeartRadio, Stitcher, and of course, Pandora. Amen. Amen.